What is up, friends? Happy days. It is time for some FACEIT League. My name, what does my name is? You know what my name is. I was doing this like it's an official broadcast or something. Yeah, it's time for FACEIT League. I've got some NA expert lower bracket quarterfinals for you here today. I don't know. Can I start this intro over again? We saw the lower half of this lower bracket last week, something like that. NCSU Red able to take a 3-2 banger over the Spa to move forward. They'll be taking on week tonight. And then here we had 5 shooters take a 3-0. 5 shooters 3-0'd the Cafe. I mean, a huge upset for your 12th seeded 5 shooter squad. They have it up against Vengeance tonight. Vengeance dropping to normal 1-3 in that upper bracket semifinals. Should be a banger. Let's get into it. Have a look at your bracket. Both 5 shooters and NCSU, well, fighting through most of this loser's bracket, right? 5 shooters, although coming from all the way from loser's bracket round 1, and NCSU is a team that came through from loser's bracket round 2. Now, both of them going up against upper bracket semifinalists here tonight, right? So, both have their hands full. Wink and Vengeance, pretty highly rated coming in. Well, Wink 7, Vengeance at 5. The 5 shooters definitely getting the shorter end of that stick. 5 shooters themselves, as I mentioned, coming in at your 12th seed tonight. So it's your 5th seed versus your 12th seed, which, I mean, what a punch up, what a glow up here from 5 shooters. After getting knocked out into the lower bracket there by Vengeance originally. This is the same squad that knocked him into the lower bracket the first time. 5 shooters was able to take a map off of him the first time, which was better than how they did against him in regular season. And now have earned themselves an opportunity for some revenge. See if they can send them home and out of this bracket entirely. Now, we're currently in top 6. We'll be in top 4 by the end of the night. The 2 teams that are able to make it to your grand finals on Sunday, those 2 teams will be guaranteed a slot in Master Division for Season 8. What org is 5 shooters from? They're not affiliated with any org this season. The core roster that was Extinction Jurassic in previous seasons. Pretty spectacular season, right? Like where they went 14-2 last season. They had an exceptional season 6 regular season. They fell out early. They fell out pretty hard in playoffs, right? I mean, very disappointing into playoffs considering they've been experts since the start of 2025. That's right. But it was definitely their best finish. And coming back here in season 7, it was a little bit of a struggle bus start. They opened up 3-3. Then go to 5-5, right? They kind of struggled to get above 500 until that push at the very end of the season. 4 back-to-back wins here to solidify their spot in playoffs. Like I said, in that 12th seed. I mean, you did have a tough road, and your losses are to pretty top squads. A couple of decent wins, but nothing that really, would kind of knock my socks off until these back-to-back wins here. You take down 2 of our top contenders back to back. These, I mean, going through Knife and Cafe. For them to only drop 1 map between those 2. Number 2 and number 6 seeds. Right? And 5 shooters have already taken them both out. So going up against Vengeance here, this is nothing new. This is nothing new for this squad. Vengeance. Making their debut in Expert have put up one hell of a season. 12-4 is good enough for 5th coming out of regular season. Losses are all the top teams. NCSU Red, who is still currently one of your top 6 and still alive in this bracket, is probably the most egregious loss, but that's not saying anything. And once again, still a top 6 team. Win over Knife, win over Spa, win over Wink. You've been able to put up some big dubs, and once again, you had a 3-1 win over 5 shooters to send them in a lower bracket. That was the very first match of playoffs. You also were able to 3-0 5 shooters back in regular season. Though that was before the break, so that was before the Vendetta meta, right? This is before the current patch. Which, speaking of, in case there was any we're 15 minutes in. I mean, they're having a very, very close map 1. Okay, boom, there it is. Shooters, 5 shooters, take map 1. I'm so sorry we missed map 1, y'all. My fault. My fault. Like, I had a lot going, and I thought I submitted this one, and it slipped through the cracks on me. I'm so sorry. Bastion ban here from Vengeance. We'll take a look at some stats there from map 1. I mean, that map went on for a while, so it must have been close. Stats look really close. Let's see. Can we do some math? 40, 52 deaths for Vengeance. 52 for Vengeance, 45 for 5 shooters. So very close. You're looking at Discipline at 38 and 6, 15k damage, has always been a strong force for this squad. We had a New Junk City. Once again, it was a Bastion ban from Vengeance, a Lucio ban from 5 shooters. Let's get into map 2. Once again, apologies. So sorry, Miss Map 1. I'm so sorry. My fault. My fault.
Initial flashpoint arena.
Axe will roll out into the signature Marga. Discipline. Playing in the Sigma. Just to kind of help counter. Makes sense. Throw up your creation to block when the cardiac is in play, just like that. And then you can use rock just to kind of help layer in some damage. I need this Vengeance lower bracket run, says Karama. Hey, you know what? I hope you get it. I just hope we get some good Overwatch, honestly. Makoto, woo! Gets a 4-piece there for Vengeance. Man, that'll deliver. Makoto heard you, Karama. Pep stonks through the roof. Yeah, didn't Pep's like 6-1 Falcons or something stupid? I saw that contender spray. Based contender spray. Yeah, I see their Discipline. I really haven't gotten this squad on nearly as much in recent memory. We had them on before the break. Honestly, this may be the first time we're getting them on this year. Meaning since, like, the halfway break. Also means since the Vendetta meta, right? And the introduction of this hero into FACEIT League. If the rumors are true, Falcons are about to have a terrible year. Oh, with proper leaving and everything happening. Oh! Reisyy lands a clean cutting edge. Oh, that's a rock into the Deadeye. Makoto didn't stand a chance. And 5 shooters will get themselves a flip here. Yeah, the rumor is that Proper asked if they get Shu, and then they couldn't get Shu, and so Proper left the team. And so now Proper is going to Zeta, and they're talking about... What? Who was it? Vigi also going to Zeta? So somebody else pretty good also going to Zeta. I don't remember if it was Vigilante. All right, final 5 for your opening flash boy here. I think I erroneously called Temper Hinscan earlier. It is playing the Venture here on this map. It's also because they're currently 1 health. I mean, literal 1. Got up to 54 with some shielding. Makoto was able to start the OT. But I think that's about all that's going to happen there. That is it. Arena. We'll go to 5 shooters. As we're heading to Ducks here for our next one. Get your duck emotes in chat. We're going to the Ducks. All right, Temper. I see you. Temper trying to go do a flanky flank. You can see Elaine is keeping an eye out for this. Meanwhile, up front, let's watch for this cage fight. That's the Tectonic in from Temper on the flank. Got it. At least 2 through that last shot. You see Makoto come through with a big swing. Savage also gets a pair of headshot kills in the mix as well. Ooh, you can give me a third? Oh, we're just staggering out. Oh, that's just mean. So Leia's like, fine, I'll build up some ult charge. Oh, Leia actually gets a kill. That is, I mean, talk about punishing some hubris. Oh yeah, Stalker. Stalker to CR. That's, yeah. Shoe Violet. Oh, Shoe Violet's the other one going to Zeta. That's right. Vinci is CR. Yeah. No, it was Violet I was thinking of. I knew it was the V name that threw me off, and I was like, Vinci didn't sound right. I just remember it being a V name. It was Violet that I was thinking of. Y'all right. Y'all are right. All right. This gravity into a sundering. Ends up being a nice little 1-2 punch here from 5 shooters. Be enough to get him the flip. Hey, it wasn't a moment too soon. 99% on the board there for Vengeance. CR did hold on to Max. Yeah, that is huge. There's that cage fight. Oh, and just dangling. Rice is somewhat able to kind of sneak out of there. Looked like Rice got out before the cage fight. I don't know. I wasn't sure on that. I know. I just hit mute. Sorry. I was trying to give you some Morlock pop because, I mean, we do have a Moira on the battlefield. I've barely been giving you any Moira pop. Moira and Morlock and Vengeance and all of them are going to grab that. Round of ducks. Is this the 7th refinery? Is that what that... Refinery 07. What happened to the other 6 refineries? Do we want to know? Rice? Rice happened? Tectonic Shock. And a Coalescence, both in here from Vengeance. Bull shot from Elaine did land onto Axe, but it doesn't look like Axe is too much worse for her. As I say, that Discipline is going to get an enormous flux. Nicely done. Gets 2 with that. Really swinging this fight for the 5 shooters. Milgaru and Benar on the same team would be a cool combo. Woo! Nice whirlwind dash out of Makoto. At least kept things interesting here. Rice has given up on the Vendetta, in contrast on the other side. Been a Zeta head since 24. I still want my Zeta keychain. Like, I want to make a Zeta keychain. I swear, I think it'd be so cool. There's Makoto with the big swing in, and then here comes the overrun with it, but a great disengage there from 5 shooters. They're able to just back away. Yeah, you get a rock and some hands there in the mix. Just a Finn hater. What? I mean, I can understand. Oh, great rock. Yeah, caught Savage just right in the back of the head. Take 2 aspirin, call me the warning, it may not be enough. Tidal Blast will help save... Was it themselves? I'm not sure who was actually in trouble. Somebody was in trouble there. May have been Smacks, actually. We got a flying discipline. I mean, I love the punch. I can secure some nice kills with the punch, especially against a Vendetta. Great way to keep a Vendetta at bay is to floaty punch and then rock. Oh, this is going to be rock into floaty ult. But Temper just stayed right on top of Discipline. Nice move from Temper. That was very well played. Not very often you see the Gravitic Flux canceled by a Venture. Now Temper is just harassing a lane. Axe will get that pick. In a great fight out of Vivacity Vengeance. Very close to going up 2-1 on New Junk City. You do have Smacks lingering on the outskirts of the map, or the, you know, the flashpoint, the area here. That's the skin we saw Maddie talking about in the Discord. That was the Conductor skin that Discipline was seen falling to the ground wearing. Vengeance clean up here in Refinery. That's the last two flashpoints have both gone their way. As we head to the other side of the map, since bomb flats in the junkyard remaining. Gets to out immediately. Temper's going to throw a Tectonic Shock into that. Trying to keep an eye out for where this Reaper is. Oh, yeah. In the middle of the cage fight. Caught in it, but Axe was able to just trade right back. Discipline ends up the one dead. Lay tries just self. Oh, I think to try to survive. They don't have a tank on this point, but Smacks comes up with another good kill. Oh, and yet another. Smacks with back-to-back final blows. Will propel 5 shooters to a first cap here on bomb flats, despite losing Discipline earlier in that engagement. Lemon says, I taught Temper how to play Venture. Oh, let's go. Maka and Lisumin to Weibo. Okay, interesting. I'm happy if I can keep up what's happening in FACEIT League. Makoto's going to throw out some retribution there over the point, but Reisyy, you know, just wasn't having any of it. Said no, thank you. I'm all full up on retribution. We're good. Grab throwing in from Discipline. That's going to catch 4. That's got 4 in it. Ray and Lace will move in to find 2 of those kills. Axe strikes back. Axe ran in and got a pair of their own. Yeah, up towards this mega side. Didn't quite get the overrun down onto Reisyy. And as such, Reisyy is able to stick around in this fight. Gets a kill onto Makoto. Now we'll run Axe away. This is going to be bomb flats going towards 5 shooters. And we're headed to the junkyard to see who takes them out. His name changes don't affect fans who just use the same nickname for him. I didn't know that. Oh, watch for the Death Blossom in. No one ever saw Reisyy coming. Well, Makoto might have. It's just got a tiny Overwatch here. Elaine, Bolo shot. Oh, what a beautiful finish. Got Axe and Makoto. Just a very, very messy fight. One team playing Blender without a Vendetta. The other team playing Blender without a Zarya. Lay playing from spawn right now. Just playing Respawn Simulator. I don't know how Lay gets picked that early. That's unfortunate. Especially with the double flex DPS comp on the other side. Elaine bubbled up, tried to run away. Already in control. Vengeance would love to get some picks now. Makoto's going to go ahead and invest in ultimate, see if they can make that happen. Will not. Rice counter punches. I do actually like the Galactic on this in this combo with the red. It looks good. Smack's able to find Morlock, so it's just Makoto and Axe remaining on this point in this 2-2 bout. No supports left. Axe, you trying to perhaps juggle their cardiac, and you can see, okay, 1 second left in the cardiac. See if they can provide a little healing here for them and Makoto. Now we're going to get Savage in just in the nick of time, but there's the Graviton Surge. Can Savage save him? The Suzu is in, but now the Death Blossom layered in on top will find Morlock. Axe is low. Ooh, gets a huge good critical overrun, but will not get the ultimate down in. Saving the ultimate will be one last fight for the map. My goodness. I will say, as Smacks threw their Kitsu in very late in that fight. Oh, the Chinese team's good? Hell yeah. Oh, it's fine. They have enormous support for the game. Like, the amount of the support that Chinese fans and the events and stuff do for the game, it's okay. Well, it's well-deserved. Don't worry. Axe gets the cage down, but they themselves will fall. Tipper gets 2 in response, though. You do still have Makoto and Tipper are still on the point. Trying to chase Elaine away. Elaine's at 1 health. Tipper turns the corner, gets the shot down. You do have Vengeance in control. Discipline is still standing, barely, albeit not anymore. No one left here. Rice dancing off the point. Blinks in to try to keep the map alive. Immediately goes down. Lay standing on top of this piece of cover. Isn't long for this world. The last few touches here fall with desperation. And Vengeance tie us up in your lower bracket quarterfinals. We got a game, friends. The unusual composition there for Vengeance with the Venn diagram Maga comp, right? I mean, it's the Axe special. Of course, with the Maga. Which is why we saw it banned out there in the first map. So it'll be, gives us honestly no surprises here. Wu Yong banned out there from 5 shooters, looks like. Zarya banned out from Vengeance. I'm curious on this one. Map 1 was definitely super close. We do know that was like 50 to 45 in deaths in map 1. And it took well over 15 minutes. So a pretty good indicator that it went all 3 rounds. Well, we can see how many rounds it went actually. Yeah, it did go all 3 rounds after that first map. I didn't really give you any stats there for map 2, but Axe was 38 and 9. We had top elims, and top top damage went to Discipline at 19k though. Sorry, I thought the camera was still up here. The camera decided to like just by itself decided to go zoom in on Axe like that. You haven't seen Makoto come flying through the air. It's Discipline who comes up with the pair. Make it a trio. We haven't seen the Sigma band come through yet. So, you know, a bit surprising at the... I'm not wondering. I'm not convinced that 5 shooters, that I don't have the bans backwards. That 5 shooters didn't ban out the Wuyong, to be perfectly frank. Ooh, the emerald on this one I thought also looked really good. I almost got the Kiriko weapon variant. I got the Mitsuki one instead. Oh, clip the edge of the objective there with the rock. This one's going to take to the skies. There's a big advantage of this as they started on the SIG. A little bit of damage, but it looks like I'm not quite sure what happened to your creation. Either way, eventually flip comes through, or the cat comes through rather, door opens up. Vengeance continue to march forward. Okay, Temper does play hit scan. That's what I thought. I thought Temper was a hit scan player. We're actually kind of running double hit after running double flex DPS through a lot of this. We're actually running double hit scan. It's kind of holding 2 separate angles here. Elaine will thwart both of them off of their sides with a Deadeye, and then Captain Sun layered in over top with the space that was created. Still, Elaine not quite able to connect with anything here. The high ground has been purchased. Ooh, Elaine moving through the low ground of the clubhouse. Loses a battle to Temper and Axe. Oh yeah, names are swapped. Good call. Yeah, sorry, I'm so tired. There we go. Axe showing us some prowess up against the Sigma Master. We've had Makoto actually pull out the Venture here. Wait, no. Names were fine. No, names were fine. Discipline is 5 shooter. Axe is vengeance. Names were fine. Trying to troll me. I'm too tired for that shit, so I'm trying to troll me. Ugh. Oh, there you go. God. Nice little volley there from Elaine. I've still just never quite recovered from the marathon that has just been the end of Season 7 here. It's a passion project, and I do love it, but damn it if it's not just an extraordinary amount of work. Leia's gonna drop in a capture side here over the top. We'll catch Morlock with that. I think Makoto, yeah, Makoto I think got 2. I think got 1 early and then got smacks there at the end. Now Makoto in a bit of trouble. We're gonna have with a 2-player Kitsu throwing out from this defense. Not ideal. There's just nobody that will really get value out of that important ultimate. Reisyy will come up with that 3rd kill. Now you got 75 seconds remaining here for 5 shooters. That's a cool skin. Where's the skin? Oh, pull the floating Sigma out of the air.
Careful. Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
No, y'all were trolling me. Y'all were trolling me. I'm telling y'all I'm tired.
Strike without mercy, and victory will be ours.
I had big plans. Just get so much done tonight too. After this match, just like I don't know that's gonna happen.
Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Payload's moving. Someone stop that thing.
Kick this off.
I can't stop yawning. Ugh. I've run out of gas. I'm just like yawning incessantly. I've run out of gas. Yeah, I was gonna get a thumbnail done and 2 more edits, and I just don't know that I have another like 4 hours of working in me tonight. It's just too much. I'm so sorry. It's a great match. It's a great match. We're totally locked in. Whew. Nice kill from Savage. And Matrix up from Smacks to try to hold this top high ground. Ends up being not nearly as clean cut as this 5-shooter's defense would have liked. With the fight fairly broken, we're gonna go to a ball and try to see if we can layer in more pressure here before the 5-shooters reinforcements show back up. This is a risky move out of Vengeance. Now you're kind of stuck on the ball. Tipper just barely gets the sound barrier. We're going to get a captive sun thrown in from Lei. Dropped right on the point. I heard a couple of detonations there, and Savage will eventually go down. The chase on the axe is good as well. Body shot, nice outburst will eventually lead to the death on Morlock and Temper. Nice 4K out of Lei. The backline got all 5 final blows as Smacks comes up with the 5th. Makoto cut Reisyy out of the sky. This will extend this map here for Vengeance. Discipline looking for the Sig 9. Not able to really catch anybody. Deadeye is out. Oh, we just a little late on the touch from the Vengeance defense. 5 shooters defense, rather. Hixo says you can't int. You can't 3, 2, 1 int. Alright, it's okay. It's okay. You're gonna get the axe ball. Everything will be so much better. Everything will be way better. Axe and Makoto kind of got stuck up and it looks like a 2v4 inside that room. Axe with Mines is just going to stick with the Wrecking Ball here with a $120 left to go on point B. It's Mines, Kitsu, and Pulse all invested there from Vengeance. Lei responds to the Captive Sun. Smack's already down, though. You kind of have to spend the end of the Captive Sun trying to heal up Discipline, but just can't quite keep the Sigma alive through the massive amount of damage on the point. Vengeance and company keep the hope alive, keep the dream alive. Here I'm at 66. Oh, rocked out of the centering blade. Nice accretion from the low ground there from Discipline. That was badass. Now Rice is going to catch Makoto with their own sundering. More like, oh, just died to the Deadeye, loses sound barrier. That was an Ajax and a 5 shooters win here on Route 66. We get the Lei 4K. All right, we go back and forth. Zarya banned out by Vengeance. Okay, so that's what I thought. I did have the bans backwards. So it was 5 shooters banning Zarya that previous time, and Vengeance had banned out the Woyong. That I was worried I had the bans backwards in that one. Like the bans are originally correct. Yeah, because it was It was absolutely Vengeance banning out the wheel initially. Some stats there for map 3. Your 12th seeded 5 shooters move up to match point. This one 33-4. It's gonna be top elims tied for fewest deaths and gold damage by a small amount over ambivalent. Hey, we're staying on top of Preds. Look at us stay. I told you I was gonna try to do my best. I was gonna stay on Preds tonight. We're gonna nail it tonight. Nothing else we've gotten right. We've made a lot of other mistakes. That's okay. We got the Preds right. We got a venture bat here from 5 shooters. My mouse decided to like just DC from Overwatch and whatever else. I don't really know what happened there, to be honest. Sorry. Get threw off my rhythm there. All right, we're in. Axe back to the Maga. An interesting double flex DPS look. We will get the Tracer with the Vendetta. I don't feel like we've seen this exact combo in a minute, but it makes sense here with just kind of the wide flat aspects of Runasapi. We are going to get a little bit more traditional with the lane sticking with the Freya here. Not exactly meta, but closer. We're down to a 3v3. Makoto tries to go in. Tipper joins, gets the kill from across the way. Actually gets that kill from that corner. Maybe he got recall. Oh, it was a recall. Never mind. Never mind, I'm big dumb. So with that pick, tilting the balance of the 3v3, Vengeance have been able to sneak a little early meterage out here. If they continue to control the bot, they'll be able to get around this corner. And 5 shooters can't allow that to happen, so Discipline will come chase down the road. Vengeance able to kind of back everybody else into the courtyard and play this corner, though. It's a good spot for Vengeance to be in, and they're going to take down Discipline. Discipline had no choice, was forced to try to stop control of this bot. Unfortunately, I think maybe you got a bit early. Kitsu now in. Oh, man. And this ends up being a disastrous fight for 5 shooters. Vengeance not only will win out this important fight, getting checkpoint, but also get Kitsune Rush out of smacks. That is... oof. That's ideal this early, especially considering you're playing with a Coalescence. You don't have the Kitsune match. Coalescence not nearly as powerful. I mean, you can do stuff with it. You can win fights with it, but it's not going to help the rest of your team like build up their ultimates like a Kitsune Rush does. It doesn't help you cycle as fast like a Kitsune Rush does. Fortunately, the rest of your team has done a good job of their own. Axe, I think, kind of slow roll and build up the rest of this cage fight, perhaps. Oh, Lane's going to get popped, though. Reisyy will throw in the Sundering. And this will get everybody around the corner. Discipline using that space. Almost got Savage, but they're able to fade away. Tipper still dancing around as Makoto tries to answer with their own Sundering Blade combined with a Pulse, and neither will get anything done. Discipline caught 3 or 4 in that ult. That was an enormous ult. It looked like after the Morlock beat had already come and gone. What a huge play out of Discipline to kind of stem the bleeding on Runasapi. Cage Fight's gonna enable Axe and Vengeance to get a couple here. They do lose Axe in this trade. Oh, those are some enormous orbs that were landing. But it won't be enough to swing anybody else. The World Health Organization put 70K into shooters? Well, wasn't that nice of them? Couple of keen headshots, and there you go. The possibility of the sound barrier no longer available. Deadeye from the top. Oh, you would love to get the call. You'll set her for a little bit of damage on the Axe. You know, flashbang kill on the Makoto, but this has gotten messy in the later stages of this fight. Five shooters will have to turn around and deal with the threat behind them. Oh! Or should I say deal with the threat on the other side of the bot from them? Something like that. It was five shooters actually flipping this map. This is, of course, their spawn. Shield up while some heals come through from Lei. Eventually, Axe will get turned away. Big cage fight in. I mean, that was enormous. Dueling Sundering Blades as well as a tidal blast. And despite the fantastic cage fight, this is messy. We're gonna get a latent Deadeye at the end with sub 50 health. I think it's gonna be Savage and Makoto who get this done. Savage comes in with a pair of kills. The skill orb, we get involved in that. Oh, and Elaine finds that pick at 1. Oh, what a clutch kill from Elaine. So now the bot does start marching back the other direction. Oh, do they know? Do they know about the ambush waiting for them? Okay, yeah, they've read the ambush. This is the Kitsu used here, Coalescence, to try to escort Axe into the courtyard. Axe goes all the way back into the back where we see Reisyy swap to a Pharah. Herb the Flux did not see it land or anybody hurt by it. Axe looking a little stuck on this side. Savage already down. Axe is going to emerge and see if they can find a trade. Reisyy will end up finding Morlock there before they eventually fall. But that one trade is it. That is all Vengeance will get. So, of course, the map always Runasapiable. 2 minutes remain. Do kind of feel like five shooters need to put together a fight win here, if not a couple of them. Timberfall, the Axe is able to overrun away. Not just run away, but overrun away. Oh, now we're going to take the bus right back into the mix. Literally land right in front of a tidal blasted barrage. I don't know what that combo is, but it was enough to take Axe down. The tidal barrage. That's not one you see very often. That's not one you see very often. Vengeance coming with the fight win. A minute to go. And with, you know, a couple of support ults as well as your Sundering, Vengeance have all the tools they need to force this map 5. This is going to take a couple of miracle team fights, I think, from 5 shooters and friends. Drop down, axe onto axe. Coalescence, though, will keep them alive. Makoto with the retribution of sundering. The sword will not connect, but you have forced this 5 shooters team to fall way, way back. Back, back, way back. Something of the likes. Cage on the point. I think try to get some cart progress. You don't catch the tracer, but it still works out in the end. Look, I got bad news for you, my friend. I got bad news for you. 5 shooters are not taking this map. We're headed to a map 5. Five shooters staying in the left here, so they're gonna go defend first as we head to Dorado. Some stats there for map 4. What stands out? A pretty dominant map from Vengeance, right? We're looking at 24 deaths versus what? 27 plus 16, so 43. So 24 to 43 deaths. Very dominant performance from Vengeance. Now, granted, that was their map pick. 5 shooters with a very powerful map pick on map 5. You can choose between any game type, just cannot repeat maps. So to escort we go into Dorado. It's gonna be a Sigma ban out of Vendetta as we get ready to head into this map 5. It's lower bracket quarterfinals. Take this map, you move on to lower bracket semis, you lose this map and your season's done. Let's get into map 5. Hey, what's up, Louie?
4, 3, 2,
Sure, you bet.
attackers incoming.
Mako, it's good to see you. Hey, you're just in time. Whoa, look at that. Look at that ambush. Woo, wow, that was a fast ambush. Teleport to the high ground. Bastion just tried to catch 5 shooters flat-footed. Before they can kind of make the read that there was a Bastion coming at them. Makoto does immediately swap. Oh, and get destroyed. His lay will stay in the Yari. Excuse me, God. Let's stick it around with the Yari here. All right. Soul configuration down from Temper. Let's control the lane from this backside. Smacks my Puerto Rican king. Oh, let's go. That's right. Of course. Of course. Smacks has had a hell of a series. Doing this retake. Okay, we got a rice bolo shot ready to go. Temper closer artillery strike might be able to use, like, if they get to need that last couple of meters, something, drop it right on the point. Up to the high ground with the bolo shot. Bubble was used to keep Morlock alive through that. Makoto with an important kill will take Smacks down. Is it 1 health? No, it does lose the duel to Lay. I think it's just Lay and Rice left here, though. If I've done my math correctly, which was most likely not going to be enough to work through a Zarya's health bar. It will, in fact, not, and we'll get the cap there out of Vengeance. Oh, late touch from Elaine just ends up turning it into a stagger. Doesn't even get group spot. Race will go over to a Genji here for this defense. Got a great ult rotation so far here from Vengeance. They're going to have the Kitsu if they want to throw it over this top high ground. Or if you get a drop down from Discipline, maybe you just get a drop down and everybody try to focus the Zarya. You might try to corral them with this artillery strike. We'll see where this lands. Okay, we're just going to get the Supernova. It's just the grab into the artillery strike. Kitsu responded to by Sound and Barrier. It was a defensive captive Sun. Ed is, I mean, Lei just comes falling like a shooting star through the heavens. Through all of those ultimates, we're just now getting kills on the board, but both of them going in Vengeance's favor. Axe has got a low discipline in their sights despite being caught in a grab. And Vengeance continue to march. Violas is Vengeance fighting. Makoto will pull off the blade up in that top right-hand side, cuts through Lei immediately. That'll work. I mean, you know, Temper's able to find one with the recon config, and actually may have had wheels down, judging by the cooldowns, but there you go. It's all you need to cap point B. Our first time seeing Zarya in a couple of maps. Each team took a turn banning out the Zar through maps 3 and 4. Temper at 7 health, eventually caught there. Long shot from Smax will get it done. Good cooldown management from everybody. Everybody kind of throws the ball at each other and backs away. A little under 4 minutes remaining here. With the Kitsune Rush available from Savage, Smack's about 20% behind on that. You don't want to just throw it on the card here. I think you really need a target for this. You're going to go in for the high ground, see if you can chase down Reisyy with it. That's a really good move, and you will succeed and find that kill. Axe turning the entirety of that 100 charge towards Discipline, gets out both bubbles, but Elaine pops an overclock and able to create a bit of space here. You see sliding out of the way of the artillery strike. Elaine with a nasty final shot there from the railgun, from the overclock, that is, from the ultimate.
Whatever is needed.
Rash dropping in. Woo! Almost got the rest of that ultimate build up. And everybody piling into that small room. Could be a dangerous place to go with the Death Blossom now coming online. But Axe is very close to grabbing their own right. Is looking equally as vicious. As threatening. Ooh. Give me a Kitsu out of Smacks. Watch for the drop down. There's the bubble. Rice wanting to go back into the hole. If it gets caught, the grab is gargantuan. Desplan does get the Tidal Blast, runs back, gets 2 with the Tidal Blast knockdown. A pair of stuns swings the team fight after a gargantuan grab from Discipline. I know, I said it twice. That Makoto almost C9'd him. Discipline solo grabs Makoto there at the end. I mean, that was personal. Sound barrier engaged out of Vengeance. Runs right up to the spawn doors. Makoto grabbing one along the way. Nice turn. The Death Blossom does finally come in and catches Morlock. That may not be enough. Stop this Vengeance squad. Discipline got knocked all the way back up to the high ground. Vengeance cap with 1 minute and 8 seconds remaining here on the back of this Mac 5 push in Dorado. Feels like an enormous time bank for this map.
Initiating match.
Axe 20 and 2. Nearly 7k damage there. Leading the lobby in all of those metrics.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming. Stop the pain.
Well, that goes back into the Wuyong, which the performance exceptional enough that I thought that it kind of indicated a Wuyong ban earlier. It was good enough for a Wuyong ban there in map 3. Don't. Nobody saw that. I like how it's you do it once and you're like, no, I missed it. Never mind. I didn't mean to do that. You totally didn't mean to do that. Axe could be in a little bit of trouble here. They are forced back up into the courtyard or into the market area. A little bit of a wheels down moment there from Temper, but here comes Discipline. And now it's 5 shooters' turn to go. Woo! Discipline also did not make their jump from the stairs to the high ground. Wheels down from Temper this time, though. They could not find the angle. Rice is able to get in, take him down, cut down the Lego Bastion in their prime, fell into pieces. Ooh, Savage with an Ant Matrix shooter. Try to save this. We're going to get Lamp thrown in as well. Neither feel like they're going to do a whole lot. 4v2 remaining, and 5 shooters march forward to claim the point.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
I was gonna say, watch for an axe grab. There it is behind the Ant Matrix, catching 3, and oh my! It was like a right click combined with the emerge of the burrow, and it just looked explosive. Discipline will have the response. Ooh, keep an eye on Makoto hiding, looking for the drop down. There it is. Head into the low ground with Tectonic Shock. We're going to throw it on to Lei. Immediately catches the Yari and the Sojourn in the back line. Intercept Discipline's escape, and a nice little 3-piece there from Makoto. NC State, thank you so much for the raid. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to see how your match went. You're just now giving us the raid? Oh, you must have had a map 5 banger as well. Got nothing but map 5 bangers. So I knew that match was going to be awesome. Awful meta. Thank you for the follow. I couldn't decide which match I wanted to get on. I just, Ant Matrix down, Wheels down. And Temper easily melts through Smack's health bar. Just under 3 minutes to go. So it looks like we might just get a low ground approach here. 5 shooters just gonna go anchor on the cart. Everybody's gonna enforce the drop down. Axe happy to oblige. Finds Discipline as soon as they come down off the high ground. This defense making things particularly awkward. Now you're kind of staggering them out, but Elaine... Okay, Elaine is here. That's Lei, I was saying, up on this angle. Yeah, Morlock's gonna get popped. This crossfire was actually very smart here from 5 shooters. Between the double DPS ults, 5 shooters able to get a foothold. Wheels down's a little ahead of the Ant Matrix. It's not quite what you wanted to see. You would love to see those in tandem to melt through the Zarya. Now Captain Sun's going to fall in back behind, but Bubbles used to cleanse. Temper is able to get that kill. Axe holding down on the point while Lane gets a nice 3-piece. Oh, Lane comes through with 4. Oh my. That was a Colat there to get those first 2. A gorgeous 4 kill out of a Lane. Accentuate this cap and push us on in. Esports at NC State 2. Thank you so much for the follow. You did go map 5. I figured you had to. I figured you had to at this time. Sunbear's gonna find 3. You end up taking Smacks down. And that'll do it. That'll put a stop to this attack with 2 minutes to go. You got a couple of chances left here. Potentially 3 from 5 shooters. But I mean, basically, it kind of feels like both teams need to win 2 more fights. But 5 shooters already under the gun a bit more, right? I mean, you're staring down a time bank on the other side. You'd love to give this one done right here and now. And try to put yourself up a comparable time bank. Makoto will go ahead and pop this ultimate. I think it's a little ambitious. Lei might give that one to you. Lei's trying to, outburst away. Cannot get away far enough from the burrow. Makoto will end up coming up with both of your supports through that exchange, despite the ultimate feeling a little bit, I don't know, late or early. I'm not quite sure which. Mistimed, either way.
60 seconds remaining.
So now, 5 shooters are just thinking about finishing the map at all. A little bit of a back cap going on, or just some progress being made here, but we do get the rotation out of Vengeance. They drop back to the anchored cart. Discipline's down. Basically, this just means the defense has to win an extra fight. But it's a bit of a broken fight. You'll take that. You'll take that from the Vengeance defense. They're not mad at that. You've got 4 ultimates to work with here if you're one of the attacking 5 shooters. Let's see if we can get something with them. Kitsu, as well as your overclock, throw it in immediately. Leia's going to find Morlock with the captive's son. With an Matrix up, there have been trades. Do we get a touch here in the... Oh, with OT spawns, we might not get a touch. Tipper gets in. No, but nobody else does. The OT spawns were just a little too much. And 5 shooters will get an opportunity.
Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Timber at 34-7. Axe at 37-5. Vengeance certainly feel like they've got the eliminations here. They've got the stats. Will that translate? I think all 5 shooters need to do is get this 4th point on the board, and they'll put themselves in a pretty good spot here to take this series. Take this lower bracket quarterfinals.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Rice is going to match the venture, Makoto here. Timber Station, the Bastion, wheels down. Rotates a lot of damage on Discipline. Oh, and combined with Makoto and Axe, they'll absolutely get that kill. Good pick onto Rice as well. Gets his clock down to 24 seconds without any casualties from the Vengeance defense. Good ambush there for Makoto. Saw that one coming. The whole team will just converge onto this point. And that's just an enormous amount of damage. That is it. That's as far as the cart will get.
Score 3-3. Switching sides.
Yeah, make that 27.
Initiate
27 Vampirage. Max at 41 and 5. Certainly has the stats to take this one home. But oh, have we seen that go the other way so many times.
ready for battle. Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
The Discipline Ball to try to save the season. Teleport to the high ground. And Timber immediately jumps on the Rise. What an opener here in the overtime. Extra innings for this map 5 banger. Up to the high ground. There's a lot of low health bars there for Vengeance. Oh, Discipline wanted to roll through. Ends up staying up on top themselves. Player advantage, but job is not done. 3 meters to go. No slam down. That is the series. Vivacity Vengeance will win it in 5 and move on. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Exo. I appreciate that. Five shooters go out 5th, 6th. What a hell of a run. The insane lower bracket run. He in tier for him. Oh my goodness. They had the 2-1 lead in the series too. A heartbreaker. A heartbreaker for 5 shooters fans out there. Awesome to see him bounce back. I mean, you went from a 12th place regular season finish to 5th, 6th overall out of playoffs, right? Like that's a hell of a jump. It's a great season here out of 5 shooters. I mean, Wink and Vengeance will move on to the losers bracket semifinals. My goodness. Quick look at stats. We'll get out of here. I'm exhausted. We'll get out of here. I think Axe has got to be your player of the match. I mean, we just saw like just the crazy stats there on that 5th map alone. A lot of really cool flexibility on display from Temper and Makoto, though. Love to see it. Yeah, really good teamwork. Vengeance looking good. Vengeance looking good. My whole body is sweating, says Axe, all caps. Hey, you know what? You're my player of the match, MVP. Great job out there, Thanos. Love to see it. Great match. Great match all around. Big tip of the wide brim hat to all 10 of our competitors here tonight. That was a hell of a series. That was a hell of a series.